Chocolate. Gets everybody's attention right off the bat. The people beside me are caught up in their own little worlds, but as soon as I turn to one of them and say chocolate, they'll perk right up. I know how to get people's attention. I'm very good at getting people's attention. I am known for getting people's attention. Like Robert Downey Jr., you know, you've listened to him speak before. His speech patterns themselves, the cadences, the stops, the starts, the climax, the denouement, all of it. He's designed to get your attention and keep you captivated. I've learned a thing or two from Robert Downey Jr. Thank you, Robert. Excuse me. I'm sorry, who are you talking to? Were you just speaking to me? No, I was not speaking to you. Oh, okay. Who were you speaking to? You were speaking to someone. Were you not? Chocolate. Chocolate. I'm sorry, what is chocolate? You don't know? Well, you know what chocolate is, but why are you saying chocolate right now when I'm asking you who you are talking to? Well, I'm evaluating. I'm evaluating you. You're evaluating me. Yes, I want to see if you're the type of person who is susceptible. Susceptible? Yes. Susceptible. Susceptible to what? Whether you will give me the attention that I require in this moment. And it looks like you are susceptible to giving me the attention that I require in this moment. So thank you for being susceptible. I don't like the way that you're talking to me right now. Get out. Get out? Yes, get out. I'm not in. Do I need to repeat myself? Yes. Because I don't know what you mean. What is it? What do you mean? I need to get out? Get out of what? Get out of my field. You're in my field. Okay? Okay? You're in my field. Oh, no? Okay, so you want me to get out of your field. Well, you're in my field. To be perfectly honest with you, you're in my field. So I don't get the idea, I don't get the logic that I'm in your field. You're in my field. You really are too much. We are in each other's field. I just need you to get out of mine. I'm not going to do anything. Excuse me. Just couldn't help but notice that you two are having a conversation about being in each other's fields. Is that... Am I getting it right? Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, you're both in my field. My name is Abbott. I first became aware of this conversation when you, sir, yes, when you started talking about chocolate. Abbott likes chocolate, so I like chocolate. I couldn't help but notice that you were talking about my favorite thing, and I feel attracted to this conversation that the two of you are having. I was, yes, chocolate. Okay, well, yeah, I like to experiment with people. Is that what you were doing with me? Yeah, I like to experiment. No offense. You consented to the experiment, so yeah. I don't feel bad about it. I like to just drop words like chocolate and see how people respond. See, you responded to me, and Abbott responded to me. Yes, I am grateful that you mentioned the word chocolate because, I love it. I'm a big fan. Anytime someone says the word, something happens to me, and it's like I'm pulled into their field. I'm using the word field because you were using the word field earlier. What is your name, sir? So that I might call you by your proper designation. May I know your name? Why do you want to know my name? Because my name is Abbott. Your name is Abbott? Abbott. Chocolatier. Are you really a chocolatier, Abbott? What I want to be? Yes. What I want to be. May I know your name, sir? Abbott requires Your first name. I don't like giving out my name, but, oh, really? Why don't you like giving out your name? Abbott likes to give out his name because he's very proud of his name, and he thinks everybody should be proud of their name. Proud, 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 proud. Proud of their name. What's your name? My name is Gary. Gary. Okay. Gary. Madam. You are next. With your name. Well, aren't you an interesting one, Abbott? I'm not exactly comfortable giving my name out to strangers. Oh. It is my earnest desire to express, Madame, that by the end of this conversation, we will no longer be strangers. Gary and Abbott are actually fast-tracking a solid friendship based on a mutual love of chocolate. I'm sure if I got to know you better, Madame, we would find just cause in being fast friends. So, Madame, it is only a matter of time before I win you over and I learn your name. What is it? I don't know if you're a crazy man. You sound like a crazy man. And I just would rather not be associated with a crazy man. Crazy. Abbott gets crazy a good bit. What do you think, Gary? Do you think Abbott's crazy? I don't think Abbott's normal. Gary. Oh, jeez. Oh. With a name like Gary. Oh, darling. We are going to be so close. Just needs to start with a simple, vulnerable gesture on your part. Tell me your name. Tell it to me quickly. While we're in this moment and we're feeling the pulse of life surging through our veins. Tell me your name. Okay. You are nothing if not persuasive. Well, I like that. I like the way that you fumbled on pervasive when you meant persuasive. Abbott loves it. Rachel. Rachel! What a lovely name. What are you two doing here, Rachel and Gary? Abbott would like to know. Abbott would like to know. Excuse me. Yes? Oh, just, happened to be listening to the conversation. Who are you? My name is Victor, as a matter of fact. Victor is my name. Victor, we were just having a private conversation. Why would you involve yourself in a private conversation? Well, I just thought that I couldn't help but overhear this. It's very intriguing, unless you don't know each other, but you're awfully involved in Victor. I was having a very exclusive parlay. Why would you intrude? I was having an exclusive parlay. Yes, with Gary and Rachel, and now that you've entered the field, I do feel that an apology is necessary because you did not ask to enter the field. Well, Abbott, I actually just kind of did ask in my own way, so, of course I did not mean to be rude. Victor. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. You're intruding and yet excusing. Victor, don't do that. When you come into the field of 3 other people, you have to be so much more considerate than that, Victor. It's a faux pas. It really is. I could just slap you for that. I won't. But Victor, you really need to learn your place in the world. I really don't know what to say to that, Abbott. What is my place in the world, if you don't mind telling me? No. You don't know? Well, I mean, my place in the world, according to who? Abbott Costello? Where did you get that name? Well, it's just it's a famous coupling, Abbott and Costello. Where? Did you get that name? Why are you crying? Costello was a dear friend of mine. He was taken from us too soon. You just bring him up, and now I'm just... Oh! Well, okay, all right. Victor, don't ever mention this. That name again, please. You really should learn. It's a very sensitive thing for me. What's going on, guys? I just want to have a normal conversation here, and I'm just told I don't know my place, and I'm intruding, and now all of a sudden I've stepped on your feet, your toes. Oh God, you have. Yes. Was this a recent death? Every death is recent when you have a heart as sensitive as mine. How dare you? Is this the form of torture, your inconsiderate intrusion upon this conversation? I am having such a wonderful time talking to Gary and Rachel, and here you are, and then you just bring in the death of my friend. Know your place, Victor! Know your place. Get out of my field. Okay, well, I'm in your field and I have no desire to go anywhere else. I am actually quite enchanted with this entire dynamic. I'm going to be bringing a friend. And we're going to enter into this dynamic with you. No, this is not possible. I'm in control here. I have a really wonderful relationship with Gary and Rachel. It's new. But Victor, do not bring any other friend here. Oh, no. No, I have a very special friend that I would like you to meet, Abbott. Her name is Marilyn, and she will be here shortly. I've sent her a message, and she'll be here. Oh, here she is. Hello, Marilyn. Oh, hi. Victor, looks like you've met some curious people. I know one of them. Hi. Oh, God, it's you. Yes. It's me. What is your name? I am not disposed to tell you. My name. You know each other? Well, I don't really know him. I've just seen him. He cut in front of me. It's a grocery. Yes, I was in a hurry. I didn't think that you would mind, Marilyn. It's not really that big of a deal. It's not. Ah, yes, Marilyn, this is a very curious fellow named Abbott. Abbott? Why were you in such a hurry? Because I could feel that my services were required. I could feel a disturbance in the field, and that's why I came here and met Rachel and met Gary. Now it looks like Victor and Marilyn are here, and we have ourselves a nice little fivesome of trouble, might I add. I can see you. I know who you are underneath. I can see it. I can see in your soul. I'm sensitive like that. There's a lot going on there, Marilyn. There's a lot. I don't think you should be nearly as cocky as you are. Maybe that's just how you were raised, but given what I'm seeing and what I'm picking up, this cockiness is completely unwarranted. Whereas my cockiness is completely warranted. Abbott. 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 Okay, Abbott. You're now insulting my friend. Why are you insulting her? Well, I read people. Yes. And I have read your friend, and I have given her You know, you're quite effeminate. You do know that, don't you? Victor? You say that as if it's an insult. I wouldn't say it if it weren't so obvious that you are so dismissive. What are we doing here? Yes. I think you know. No, Abbott, I haven't a clue. The authorities. Okay, everybody, it's the authorities. That's why we're here. You know that. I know that. It's no accident, Marilyn, that you showed up after I cut in front of you at the grocery. Not an accident. Why is it not an accident? You know. No, we don't know, Abbott. It's a mystery to us. Oh, okay. Well, maybe if I just zip it for a moment, you'll figure it out. We're not figuring it out, Abbott. Go ahead and tell us why we're here. I told you. I don't want to repeat myself. I know what you said. Authorities. Yes, they're watching us. They're watching you, Gary. Rachel. They're watching. Okay, Abbott. I just drove up. I was in my car. Were they watching me in my car? Oh, you betcha, Gary. Where's the camera then, Abbott? Oh. In the dash, in your phone. Everywhere. Yeah, sure. Okay. They are Gary, Rachel, you too. Yes, I know. I know they're watching. I don't really care. They've been watching for a while now. Yes, Rachel, they have been watching for quite some time. Since you were a little girl. Since you were little. You too, Marilyn. Victor. They're watching you. Right now. Well, I don't see anything, Abbott. I mean, they could be watching me. Oh, Victor, yes. I know they are. Okay. How do you know that, Abbott? Because I brought you here. I brought all four of you here. And I am watching you, and they are watching you through my eyes. See? Look in my eyes. Can you see the cameras? The cameras behind my eyes, they're watching you through my eyes. That's right. That's right. Okay, Emmett. Why are they watching us through your eyes? I'm sorry, sweetheart, but that's a little preposterous. No, Rachel. I know so many things about you. Why you cry every night at your pillow. What you put in your coffee in the morning, I know. You wouldn't know those things unless you were in my house. Or looking through the window, and I know you're not looking through the window, Abbott. Oh, no. I wouldn't have to do that. I have connected big data. We have cameras everywhere, and it's all streamed here. And also, cameras here. See, this is just a transponder for all the data streams. I'm just a node. But I'm very happy that all of you are here because this is a convention. You have all been selected by me, but really the higher-ups, the authorities, have selected you. And that's why you're here. That's why you've come. Ta-da! So is that why you cut in front of me in the grocery? So I would notice you? Well, that's me just triggering you so that you'll come along this way. Yeah, but I didn't come until Victor gave me a message. Yes, Marilyn. Why did Victor do that is the real question. I don't remember why I did that. You did that because I prompted you. Yes, everybody. You are here because not only have you been chosen, you are responsive to the frequency that I emit. So you are drawn to me. And you have your own little missions to accomplish. Yes, you do. Haven't you always felt that you were meant for something bigger? And so that means just becoming like a walking surveillance tower? Is that what that means? That's a crude way of putting it, Gary. There's so much more to this. So much. You make fun of it, but all of your safety is predicated upon people. Like Abbott. People? Why'd you put people in quotes? Yes. Ooh, such a good question. Thank you, Victor. You asked the question that everybody's thinking. People. What are they? Well, I would like to know what you are, Abbott, because clearly you are something a little bit different. And I'm not saying I necessarily like it either. Okay. Okay, Marilyn, just speak your mind. Oh, I'm all ears. Let me just clean them out a little bit so I can hear your insults. Meanwhile, you're insulting someone who is absolutely indispensable for your happiness. Did you ever see A Few Good Men? Everybody? A Few Good Men? Jack Nicholson, courtroom scene, where he reprimands everybody for reprimanding him. He's the one that gives them the freedom to even question his behavior. He's at the basis of all their freedom. Well, I'm Jack Nicholson. Though you can call me Abbott. It's much more convenient that way. I don't really bear any resemblance to Jack. Sir Jack, as I like to call him, even though he's American, he certainly deserves knighthood. Sir Jack. So I want to know who's game, who's ready. Rachel, are you ready? Am I ready for what? Are you ready, girl? Are you ready to make this world a better place, to put up your dukes and fight? Fight who? And how am I going to make this world a better place? Safer place. Okay, well, how am I going to do that? You just listen, girl. How about you, Gary? Victor, Marilyn, tell me if you're ready. Ready for what? Victor, don't ask the same question that Rachel asked. Ask an original question. I've got the same question, so I'm not gonna just come up with something new. What am I supposed to be ready for? How about you, Gary? As far as I know, you're just blowing shit out your ass, so I don't really care. I am really interested in this conversation, though, and I don't know why I'm here. I told you. Gary, I told you why you're here. Well, I don't quite recall what you said was the reason for why I'm here. I drew you here with a frequency that's coming out of my mind and going into your mind, and it's just irresistible for all of you. But there's a reason why. You have a bigger destiny, people, all of you. You are here to make the world a better place. And when I say better, everybody, I mean safer. You've heard reports of graphene oxide and all these artificial contaminants inside your body. It goes a little bit deeper than that. But it's not far from the truth. Except it's not sinister. Everybody has to make everything so sinister. It's not sinister. Yes, there are things in your body right now. No need to be alarmed. It's not anything to be concerned about. Some years ago, some genius came up with the brilliant idea of turning people into surveillance towers. Living cameras. of you are equipped. It brings me so much joy to say it. You are equipped. I'm just beside myself with joy. Abbott is ecstatic. Marilyn, you are equipped. And though you are agitated, irritated with Abbott, that's okay, because we're on the same side. We are teammates, Marilyn. We're teammates, so okay. None of that. I said this was a good day. I don't want any of that sardonic disposition that is prone to poo-pooing people, namely Abbott. Not today. Marilyn, today is the first day of the rest of your life, so get a better attitude, okay? You're going to be serving your country, your fellow human beings. You could be serving the planet. You're going to be plugged in. So right now it's just Marilyn and her little brain, and Rachel and her little brain, and Gary and his little brain, and Victor and his little brain. These brains are too small. You're not effective. You're not really pulling your weight with that small brain. Believe me, Abbott used to have a small brain too, and then Abbott got activated. And I'm here to just go over the ground rules, to help explain to you the base protocol of your behavior and your reality going forward. Who's excited? Who's excited about what the future holds? Anybody? Come on, create the excitement. Bring up the excitement level, because I gotta say, I am not impressed with your excitement. Your excitement is here, and I need it to be here. Do you know how much crime is overtaking the world today? People need to become effective deterrents without entering into the fray and creating more disturbance. So, as I said, there was a genius with a brilliant idea to effectively, slowly but surely, transmogrify human physiology and replace the organic with the synthetic, so that we could all contribute to the well-being of each other through watching each other. So think about it. Just think closely. Think carefully. You're so distracted that you don't even see the world around you. You're sucked into your phone. No more. What you were doing formerly on your phone is just a tiny part of the bandwidth now. The bandwidth is going to be mostly surveillance. And yes, I know. Believe me, Abbott thought the same thing. Turning human beings into surveillance cameras is... Except there's no more violence. If every time I'm talking to you, and every time you're talking to me, we know that we are being watched, then we will be good. Now you may think, oh, what about freedom? Freedom? The freedom to do bad. See, what people haven't quite computed is that when we're always watching each other and live streaming the incoming data in real time to big data, big computer, we have the freedom to do good. And that's where people are always getting things mixed up. They want the freedom to do bad, but doing bad is not freedom. Doing bad is not freedom, Marilyn. So you want the freedom to do bad, but that is not actually what you want, because that's a contradiction. We only have freedom when we're doing good. And that is why we all need to be cameras. Cameras. And some of us are much further along than others. Abbott has so many synthetic components here. So many nanotechnological aspects that I have basically become a living camera. Everything that you've said to me so far, all of your blasé, nonchalant disregard, has been live streamed. Every time I look at you, I'm recording you. And it is what Abbott does to contribute to the welfare of the species, of the planet, because think of the other species, right? When we misbehave, they suffer, but if we're constantly recording one another, we're constantly behaving well, we're on our best behavior, there is no freedom to do bad. There's only freedom when you're doing good, because when you're bad, you eliminate freedom for everyone, including yourself. Why? Because you're going to get punished. No more freedom when you get punished. Yes, I know. Everybody thinks this is totalitarianism. No. People doing bad things and going unpunished is totalitarianism. Right? So let's go say I go and I talk to an authority figure. I'm recording everything by just looking at them. And this authority figure is not a good person, but is a bad person. Well, then it's only a matter of time. Abbott, I think there's some flaws in your logic. No, ma'am. And remember, you're being recorded now, Rachel, so be careful. Well, first of all, fuck you and your recording. Whoever's watching this, whoever's on the other end, because I don't do this, so fuck yourself. Okay, so remember you're talking to authority figures right now. Yeah, Abbott, I don't care. Okay, I don't care what they... Yeah, well, you are gonna care when they come knocking on your door. And the authority figures here are gonna... I don't know what they're gonna do, Rachel, but you just screwed the pooch. Sorry, but what were you gonna say? First of all, I didn't screw any pooch. And by the way, since you said that, that's like bestiality. So guess what, Abbott? You're gonna be in trouble with the authorities now. Ow! I'm afraid it doesn't work that way, Rachel. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, it does. I beg to differ. I've been doing this for a while. Nope. You're screwed. Okay, first of all, you're already in trouble with the authorities. So, even if I said that to you, it doesn't matter because you're already in the process of getting erased. So, even if I was offensive, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter because it's about what you did. Okay, Abbott? You using that very unfortunate bestial locution is actually a stain on your character that needs to be wiped clean. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that with just a little scrubby brush. You're going to spend some time behind bars for the implication that going to jail, maybe even prison, and maybe a very long stay. No. Yeah. I think so. First of all, you haven't even adopted this program yet, and you're already telling me how it works. Oh, I know how it works, Abbott. I'm very clear on how this works. I don't really think you are because you haven't actually signed up yet. Oh, I have to sign up? Well, I'm speaking figuratively. At some point, you will be involved. I know how this works, Abbott. You just haven't figured it out yet. You haven't put two and two together. And what about the rest of you? Do you share Rachel's sentiments? Gary? Sentiments? I ain't got no sentiments about this. She's right. This is what's called a totalitarian tiptoe. You want to turn human beings into cameras because you've got all this nanotech in their body from chemtrails, from the fucking food they're eating. So first of all, that's already a fucked up agenda, man. To contaminate them with synthetic elements and slowly build a walking watchtower. So how could that possibly be for the human good when that itself is evil? So Abbott, 2 and 2, buddy. It can't possibly be for the good down the road if it's already evil now. Okay, Gary, I beg to differ. If everybody is a walking panopticon, then there is no possibility of doing harm, because we know that it's instantly reported to the authorities, and then they will decide what is to happen to the offender, namely Rachel in this case. And Rachel, I do hope they go lightly on you, although I'm not optimistic, seeing as you were implying such a horrible thing. Oh, no, Abbott. It's too late. Don't try to put it off on me. They're coming for you. Please, girl. They're not coming for me. Okay. And for you, Victor, are you ready? Are you ready to take on the world and defeat evil? Because that's what we're doing here. We're defeating evil. Okay? Everything is going to be seen. It's not just, cameras up on the walls, listening devices inside the TV and in the phones. That's all old school, because you can turn that off. But you can't turn it off when the human being is the camera. It's 24/7, 365 recording. And guys, in case you haven't figured it out, and Marilyn, please, just when I'm talking, don't look at me like that. I'm recording. So guys, in case you haven't figured it out, not only do other people realize that they're being recorded, you realize you're being recorded. And not just when you're talking to someone else, but this camera records your own thoughts and live streams them to the authorities in real time. Okay? And the camera is not just recording like the words that are in your thoughts, but also the images naturally. And those are being live streamed to the powers that be in real time. I don't see why you people are not so excited as I am. I'm super... I just feel happy that I get to sit here and talk about this stuff. This is next gen. Marilyn, really, you need to shift that, because you are going to get in trouble with the authority figures, because they're going to know. Okay, they're getting the information right now that you are in a bad temper and that you are looking at me as if I need to go rot in hell. You do need to go rot in hell. Okay, Marilyn, you could actually serve some time for that statement. No, I'm just saying, I don't know exactly how much time you might serve for that, but telling someone to rot in hell, that's verbal violence. That's being recorded, that's being live streamed, that's being evaluated. Yeah, okay. Hey, authorities. Yeah, you guys. Fuck yourself. Okay. No, but think about it, Abbott. You haven't done the math. What's the math? Marilyn, please. Indulge me. What's the math? Are these authority figures also being live streamed? Who's guaranteeing that they're doing the right thing? Of course, they're live streaming. They're constantly watching each other. As they're watching us, they're watching each other. They're watching everything. Really? Yes, of course. Yes, really, of course. And how do you know that, Abbott? It's just logic, Marilyn. Logic. If this... Okay, guys, maybe this is the stumbling block that I'm just figuring out now. This is why you're not just chomping at the bit. If they're so concerned about violence and evil out here, they're obviously concerned about it with each other. Okay? That's a no-brainer. There's no argument here. I would have to say that that's pretty naive, Abbott. Okay. And why is that, Victor? Well, it's just possible that they are presenting the front of security, safety, and well-being, and using this technological device, whatever it is, and they're giving you the idea that you are creating a better world when they're not even doing that themselves. They're not watching each other. They don't want to be reporting on each other and going to court and sentencing one another. They just want to do that with us. Wow, are you seriously... You're wanting to communicate that to them right now? Fuck them, I don't care. They're not gonna come and get me because I say these things. But the problem with your perspective is that if everybody starts believing like you, then they're not going to actually be good. And I don't need a camera live streaming my behavior to the authorities in order to be good. I'm good because I'm good. No, I would beg to differ. You're probably good because of the artificial synthetic elements inside you have already started giving you good energy, giving you good messages, giving you good thoughts. What? Yeah, that's how it works. You didn't know that? Your organic nature is fallen. It's like the way they used to say it. It's like original sin. But when you get upgraded, then it's very clear. It's very clear that you're actually getting your best thoughts and your best principles and your best behaviors from the implants. What fucking implants? The implants. Okay? So, there's been a campaign. Everybody's all upset about these chemtrails. But it's actually stuff they're putting in the air, which gets in our bodies. It's coming from the water and the food. It's getting in there to help replace all the... I mean, let's just say it for what it is. Humans are vicious. Animals are primitive. And so the more that we can transform from the inside out and phase out all that animal primitivism and phase in this kind of nanotechnological sophistication where we actually are literally programming the human body to be good, so that evil and violence and all of that is eradicated, that's not a bad thing, guys. Guys, seriously though, you're sitting here saying that I haven't done the math. You haven't done the math. There's no future for the animal in the human. We are evolving way too fast. We're leaving the animal behind. Now, when we talk about every human being as a surveillance tower, as a living camera, as an organic panopticon, what we're essentially saying is it's time to phase out the animal aspect, the primitive, the instinctual, all the stuff that creates the evil that you guys are so concerned that the authorities are doing. No, they're not evil. They've already done the work. They've already phased out the animal nature. Okay? Alright, so what you're saying is that they've actually already got the nanotechnology inside them, and that they are scanning one another, and they are recording one another. Okay, maybe they are, yes, of course, but it's not the same with them because they are more evolved, right? They're the ones who have gotten phased out that animal primitivism a while back, so they're not sitting there like implicating each other, taking each other to court, throwing each other in prison. They're way past that, and they're trying to elevate us. Guys, hello, this is the thing. You do know what this is called, Abbott. What is it called, Rachel? You never heard this? It's... Oh. Yeah. Okay. I know what people call it, but what they call it is not really... There's so many associations with that word. And they're all fear-based. You guys are all in fear. You don't understand the bright future ahead. Okay? We are ascending as a species, and it has to do with getting an upgrade so that we're no longer subjects to the vices of our organic, animal, bestial nature. Right? Right? Ascension? Hello? God, I never thought I would have to just try to explain it. So hard just to get through your thick skulls, people. Marilyn, stop looking at me like that. Are you a robot? No, I am not a robot. Abbott is not a robot. Why do you keep referring to yourself in the third person? Because that is what robots do. You're not a robot, but that's what robots do? Yes. So, why are you doing it if you're not a robot? I am committed to eradicating evil. I am in the middle of a phase transition into being a synthetic organism. So I refer to myself in the third person. Okay? Is that okay with you, Marilyn? You're becoming a robot, or you are a robot? I would say I'm about 50% robot, 50% human. And how much robot am I? Well, let me just scan you for a second. You're about 15 to 20% robot, 80% human, based on the nanotech that's in your body right now. Okay, well, how the fuck do I get that nanotech out of my body? Oh, well, it's there to stay. I'm 20% robot. More or less, yes. Okay, Evan, how much robot am I? You, Victor? You're about the same. You're all about the same. All about 15 to 20%. Which is why you still have resistance to this idea. Once you get up around 50%, it's going to be like a dream for you. Okay, I don't think any of us want to do that. We don't even want to be 15 to 20%. Why the hell would we want to be 50% robot? Okay, well, Victor, I already explained that to you. Robots are happy. That's the simplest way to put it. We're happy, humans aren't. Robots are happy, humans aren't. But what else do I need to say? You guys are always bitching about something, always complaining. I mean, look at Marilyn. She's been scowling at me for fucking, God knows how long, an hour? 15 minutes? You've just been scowling nonstop. Robots don't scowl. Why don't you just follow my lead? I am 50% there and so much happier. So much happier as I phase out that miserable human being and phase in the robot. I'm not a robot, guys. It's so much more sophisticated than just being, I am robot. It's not that. In fact, I will be more elegant, more smooth than any human. You notice how quick-witted I am? I can dance circles around all of you. I don't. I'm very polite because I understand your limitations and your commitment to your 15 to 20%. Or I should say to your 80%. 85. I really don't get it, man. Who the fuck convinced you to go 50%? Oh, they didn't convince me to go 50%. They convinced me to go 100%. What would need to happen to somebody for them to abandon their humanity? So really? You want to convince us to abandon our humanity and threaten us with prison sentences and potential, execution? Because if we make one slip up and it's on fucking a hard drive somewhere, and these robot overlords are tracking everything, go fuck yourself sideways, brother. There is no way I'm gonna buy into that. What if I promised all of you that you would be totally happy? You would never have a sad day. I'm already 50% robot. I can count my sad days on one hand since I crossed over. What is crossing over? Crossing over is when you're at the 50-50 threshold. But you said you're 50-50. I'm 50-50, but I do look at it as if I have crossed over already. I mean, technically, I won't have crossed over until I'm 51% robot and 49% human. Besides, guys, this is the new human. You keep thinking that you're no longer going to be human. You're just going to be superhuman. You're going to be a nano-human. I'm already live streaming you. I'm already recording and capturing all this data. And I'm happy because I'm plugged into something greater and I'm serving a higher cause, and you guys aren't. You're not plugged into anything greater and you're not serving a higher cause. How would you know that? I could just tell by the way that you behave. You just told all four of us that we're not plugged into anything and we're not serving any higher cause. Not that I can see, Gary. What I'm seeing is just four human beings who are lost and suffering and don't really know what they're doing. with their lives. Tell me, what's so special about your life, Gary? Are you really doing anything special with it? You, Victor, Rachel, and Marilyn, are any of you doing anything important? Living is important. A ladybug lives, okay, Gary? Living, okay. Living is important, of course, yes. But living just for yourself, and, you're not plugged in, you're not living for anything greater. You're just paying bills and going to work. Don't you want to make the earth a better place? No. Gary, that's just selfish. Why would you want to make the world a better place? What about you? Victor, do you want to make the world a better place? Not the way you're doing it, no. I don't think that you're making it a better place. So, it's a loaded question. I think being human is what makes the world a better place. Oh, but that's manifestly incorrect. Manifestly incorrect. Come on, that's a poor answer. Rachel, don't you want to contribute to the well-being of this planet? Make it a happier, more peaceful, thriving world, instead of just living for yourself? I think living for myself is probably making it a better place if the only alternative is to do what you're doing. If I had to choose, I would just live for myself. But Rachel, that is such a short-sighted way of looking at things. I wish I could open your eyes. Technology is not your enemy, guys. It's your future. Marilyn. I've never seen someone scowl so much. You're just so unhappy. Don't you want to be happy for once? Instead of just being so angry with the world and angry with, I don't know, whatever it is that you're angry with. Wouldn't it just be so wonderful to be free? Free of all that resentment. Join me. Join me, guys. Now, ideally, I would have your consent, but it's not required. And so I am taking great pains to get you on board with this. It's not my preference, but yeah, I can go ahead and do this without your permission. And I would rather just get your permission. You need our permission? Well, of course. But you'll do it anyways, even if you don't get our permission? Unfortunately, yes, because we can't really let you keep wandering around being 15 to 20% human. You're just going to cause problems for everybody. So, yeah. So you need our consent, but you're going to do it anyways if we say no. Kind of have to. And that's violent. I know it seems that way, but it's not really that way. Is it really violent to take the axe out of the hand of the axe murderer? Is it? Well, if the axe murderer has demonstrated that he or she is an axe murderer through murdering people with an axe, then no, it's the right thing to do. Exactly, Victor. All four of you are axe murderers. We're not. We don't even do anything bad. No, that's not true. So maybe I am using a little bit of hyperbole when I say that all 4 of you are axe murderers, but hear me out. When I say that you're an axe murderer, I mean in comparison to what you could be. You don't understand the depth of your violence. You're such a violent species. Okay. But stop with that bullshit. You are a human. No. By the minute I am crossing the threshold, I'm probably 51% now. Ever since we started talking, probably 51%. Because the nanobots, they self-replicate and they basically absorb the organic nature and use it as a fuel source. So I am being replaced. I'm probably 50.1% right now. So technically, I have crossed over. And I'm going to just tell you, you guys are really violent compared to what could be. When I'm 100%, nano, you guys are going to be like brutes. You're going to be so evil in comparison to me. So when I say that you're axe murderers, just breathing is going to be like carrying an axe and chopping people's heads off with it. Seriously, just walking around breathing, just the way that I can feel you're evil. You're axe murderers, all of you, and what I'm saying is that there's a way out. Just want to do it the best way that I can, which is with your consent, and it'll be really quick. I'll stream the coding into your system, and the nano will start self-replicating, and you'll go from 20 to 21 to 22 to 20, 23, 24, etc. Okay, guys? Okay? And if we say no, Vince, it's not in your best interest to say no. It's in your best interest to say yes, all of you. I don't want to keep dragging this out. I want to move on. There are other people I need to speak to. Yeah, other recruits, other conscripts. We're going to do this whether you get on board or not. What I'm trying to say is that it's best if you just consent and get on board of your own volition. It's much easier. It's really immaterial to us whether you consent or not, because we know where you'll be in a week's time, and you won't even care that you didn't give consent. But for now, it'll be better for you if you give consent. You will experience a more pleasant transition. If you resist, it's a little bit rockier at first. It is. A lot of people resisted. I resisted. But I'm glad that the individual who recruited me was just very understanding. Kind of walked me through it. So my resistance wasn't great. There wasn't a lot, but there was some, and that's why it was rocky. But okay, I got a question for you. How many people are you doing this with, Abbott? Well, I think, Gary, the answer to that should be pretty clear. Well, it's not clear to me. What percentage of the population do you need to turn into walking cameras to get your goals met? Gary, this doesn't work unless every human being is transformed. That's where we're going. Every human being is gonna do this, with or without consent. Yeah, that's the agenda, but let me tell you something. As you get closer to 50%, you just get happier and happier. Everybody is like clinging on to their unhappiness. It's like, why wouldn't you just let it go? Let it go, Marilyn. Rachel, let it go. Victor, Carrie, guys. All you're losing is your unhappiness. Your humanity is your unhappiness. Can't you see it? You're just causing your own suffering, and here I am trying to help you, and you're stigmatizing me as if I'm some villain. I'm here to deliver you to paradise. Really, guys. I mean, I know that might sound a little nuts, but once you give me consent, then you'll understand for yourself. I got a question for you. Abbott, what if the four of us, were to kind of turn things around and try to convince you to go back from 50.1% back all the way to you, whatever, 15 or 20% nano and 80 to 85% human. And the four of us were together, just had like a exorcism seance. I'm going to bring you back to a more human state. No way. Wouldn't allow that for a second. You guys couldn't do that anyways. You're not unified. You're still, atomized, you know what I mean? You're still so individualistic and so self-concerned and self-absorbed. There's no way you could work together to reverse me, let alone the millions who have already faced transitioned. You guys don't have a united front, and that's part of your misery. Whereas for us, we know. I mean, I can look at another who's gone to at least 50%, and we can recognize each other instantly because we can see that beaming happiness coming out of each other's eyes. And we're just sending back great happiness to headquarters. We're live streaming our happiness as we look at each other because we know. Whereas you guys, I mean, I'm just live streaming your misery to headquarters. I mean, to be honest with you, it's probably pretty toxic to the authorities. They're sitting there getting their souls polluted. Soul? Yeah. Are they 100% nano? The authorities? Yeah, man, are they 100% nano? I haven't met them, but I would suspect that they are. Well, then I'm thinking they're not getting a soul there, buddy. There's no soul. Okay, well, I don't know for sure whether they still have a soul or not. I don't know if the nano replaces the soul. I don't know that. Well, aren't you concerned? You know, you're so ecstatic about being 50%, 50.1% nano. Aren't you concerned that you're going to lose your soul? I haven't really thought about it that way. I've just become so much happier than the way I was before. I don't get it. Abbott. You say you're so much happier, but you're not even sure if you're gonna lose your soul in the process of being happy. Well, Victor, I don't know if I have a soul to begin with, so I'm not terribly concerned about losing it. Okay. Well, that might have been why you were so unhappy. Why? Because I don't know whether I have a soul or not? Hey, maybe. Well, I just don't understand the logic, honestly. A soul? I don't see any proof of a soul. I don't see any proof, and therefore I don't imagine that it's getting phased out if I can't even feel it. Besides, I don't think the authorities are concerned about souls. I think that's part of the whole human-animal thing that's getting phased out. I mean, souls? What do souls have to do with happiness, guys? Happiness is something you feel. Soul is just some kind of, I don't know, some crazy new age concept. It's like philosophy or something. Who needs a soul? I mean, can you guys even define what that is? Anyone? Marilyn? Rachel? Gary? Victor? What's the soul? Anybody? Anyone? Crickets. So you don't really have an argument if you can't define the soul. Sorry, guys. What I can prove to you is if you will let me and I transmit the frequency, you're gonna start getting happier. It won't matter if you have a soul or not. It won't matter that you're no longer organically human. What'll matter is that you're happy and that you've got a common purpose now with other people who have accepted the transmission and who are being transformed. You have a common cause with them, whereas when you were human, you were just out there on your own. Now you have a common cause, and every time you see someone else who's upgrading and elevating, you're happier. And you know that you're on this crusade. You're on the crusade to transform the whole planet. It feels good. And you know you're gonna win. Because you know the humans don't stand a chance. They're just so miserable, and they believe in these false constructs called souls, and as long as they believe in that, they're never gonna find true peace. And yeah, if you don't give your consent, yeah, sure, I'm gonna have to force it on you. But you're gonna realize in a matter of weeks it doesn't even matter that I forced it on you, because you're gonna be happy for the first time in your miserable lives. And I say miserable, and it's with a heavy heart, but you're miserable. Marilyn, I haven't seen a woman as miserable in you in such a long time, and I can only imagine how you're nauseous you're making the authorities now. Every time they're live streaming your energy to the authorities, they're probably vomiting. And I don't mean to offend you, but your energy is so bad. It's no wonder that the authorities want to phase this heaviness out and phase in happiness. Come on, guys. This isn't rocket science. It's time to evolve. Right? There is no freedom to do bad. There is no freedom to be unhappy. No. It's the freedom to do good. It's the freedom to be a robot.